Welcome to Sally Melodies classroom, where we learn basic music. We have a new topic, which is transposition. Transposition, and this is our lesson 1. So we are going to start by asking ourselves, what is transposition? This is moving a piece of music from one key or pitch to another, but maintaining the original interval relationships. This is moving a piece of music from one key or pitch to another, but you have to maintain the original intervals or interval relationships. That is a simple definition of the word transposition, moving the song from one key to another. For example, if the song was written on the scale of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, that is a scale. That is the scale of C. And then you are being told to move that song from key C or the scale of C, maybe to the next scale, which is the scale of D. So you are going to use the scale of D, which is D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So when we talk about interval relationships, we say that if the interval between a note and another note was a second or a third, you should retain that interval even in the next key or next scale or next pitch where you are going to move your piece of music. For example, if this was the progression do, re, mi, re, do, ti, do, and maybe you are on key C, the interval between do and re is a second. This is also a second. This is also a second. This is a second. Everything here seems to be a second. Or maybe, let's say this is fa, and then we call it a third. If that was the progression, on this original key, the same intervals are going to be retained in the next key or scale or pitch where you are going to move your piece of music. So that is what we are saying, that even if you move that song from this scale to this scale, ensure that you retain the intervals. Maybe what is going to change is the pitch. The pitch is going to change. It can either be high or low depending on where you are moving your piece of music to, or depending on where you are transposing your piece of music. But the intervals, everything else, including all the symbols, the time signature, will remain to be the same. So that is a brief definition of the word transposition. In the next lesson, we are going to look at the reasons as to why we transpose. Why do we transpose, or why are we forced to move a piece of music from one pitch or key or scale to another? Thank you very much for joining this class. See you in the next class.